lift and dash. I work my own hours. You can't talk the streets with me.
Yeah, Joseph wrote the Book of Mormon, but I'm the Smith with words.
Jadakiss laughed back at your ass, cause I started the locks and got chic with the style. I'm talking lyrically. I'm scaring him. His fans don't want me to kill the bull. They vegetarians.
That movie was shot in Philly.
Right.
And you next. You know he battled Eminem on 8 Mile, right? And when I was on the run, I went back and forth with a Marshall too. It's crazy.
Thinking I can't catch her. I'm on your line with sticks lit, like your ancestors. I can't put you on my Mount Rushmore, but I can give you a head start.
Cause whatever money you thought was yours, nigga, the Y is silent. Nigga, you.
But I guarantee the face shot change it all in a minute. And trust, I got the balls to do it. I won't talk you to death. I let the medics come and talk you through it. So
He'll realize his killer was sitting next to him. Yeah. It's just this much easier misdirecting him when he don't got his misdirecting him.
I get faded more than Lil Boosie barber. Make a call and pop a bitch ass nigga like Lil Boosie daughter. I'm all. I say.
The path of a righteous man is beset on all sides by the inequities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who, in the name of charity and goodwill, shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness. For he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger for those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee. When I'm sad, I be dreaming about 100 racks. I'm paper chasing, ain't no faking where them hundreds at. Said I'm gon' get it on the bad day, I know that's a fact. It ain't enough, so sure enough, no, we gon' run it back. It's a little hoodlum, but I always been a classy act. If it ain't paying, then what's the point in laughing back? We move in silence, peace or violence, if it's that, it's that. Easy E and my boy Harlow got me sporting black on black. There I go, switching the flow of things like I control the scene. I hit my shoulder lean, they used to skip me and now they notice me. If you want my undivided, then you pay the open fee. Check the debt, I showed respect and now I feel it's owed to me. We bout action, I ain't known to speak, just putting over tea. I got a dream that my babies know and respect the old of me. That's the difference being a king with just the look, we know the sheep. Life's a game to these cowards, when we see them you know it's beef. When I'm sad, I be dreaming about 100 racks. I'm paper chasing, ain't no faking where them hundreds at. Said I'm gon' get it on the bad day, I know that's a fact. It ain't enough, so sure enough, no, we gon' run it, run it, run it. When I'm sad, I be dreaming about 100 racks. I'm paper chasing, ain't no faking where them hundreds at. Said I'm gon' get it on the bad day, I know that's a fact. It ain't enough, so sure enough, no, we gon' run it, run it, run it back.
Ooh, feedback. Better mute my.
What?
What?
What did you fucking say, dude?
I can hear myself.
Oh, you got feedback. You have feedback.
Not me, dude. That's on. Yeah.
All right,
Mute
well,
one,
here we
one,
go,
one.
Derek. Let's see, Derek. Please, God, you can fucking hear that.
I didn't hear it.
You're such a liar. Can you guys hear the applause just now? If you guys can hear that, then I don't care if Pat can't hear it.
They can't hear it either.
They don't know. You are holding a straight face right now. I swear to God. Can you guys hear? Did you guys hear that? Nate sounds clean. Pat sounds echoey. But do you hear the soundboard? Do you hear the clapping?
Look, dude, nobody.
No, that is fucking insane.
I don't know why I'm echoing. Why am I?
He's on fire!
I'm fucking tired.
Yeah, we hear clapping. They can hear it. You can't hear anything. Okay, cool. Well, you're such a dickhead, dude. Dude, welcome back to fucking Run It Back, bro. My name is fucking Gabino Grhymes. This is episode Who Gives a Fuck. I got my fucking co-host here with me. What's good, Pat?
This soundboard can get fucked, bro. Dude.
Wow, bro. We are back, man. What's good? Yeah, no, I mean, it sounds much better, you know? Hey, look at this new Lifeblood. This is from the single I just got, and then the new shirt. All on my website, utahrapper.com. Also, where you can get tickets for fucking 48 in the lake, bro.
Hey, I'm echoing because maybe one of your accounts you have in StreamYard would be muted potentially.
Say that one more time.
Mute one of the other because you have three people in StreamYard.
Excuse me.
Mute one of those guys.
Okay, well, I went to just group.
Okay.
Still,
damn.
Pat's got an echo.
Not sure why that is. What did you
And
do?
and also, and we've gone a couple weeks without you putting some dumb fucking title under your name.
No,
now you have the A side there, and you know I don't like that.
Dude, so everyone can hear me twice right now. I am the fucking A side.
Dude,
that's why people tune in, dude. They know it, dude.
They said leave and come back. I'm gonna remove you. Hey, so get all the way. Get all the way out. Okay, get all the way. Hey, yo, pause. What the fuck?
Pause, dude.
Hey, yo. Okay, man. We're gonna wait for Pat to get over here. But until then, welcome back to Run It Back. We have a very special show here today. We are running the face off with Holmzie and sounds like Pat is speaking over intercom in a stadium with Holmzie and Real Deal. The other face offs are happening on Friday on day one, and that will be streamed live on YouTube along with 4 day one battles. We will make sure to be handling that, and then of course day two. Just packed ass card. We'll go over that as well. You guys saw the trailer. We'll run that again here shortly. It is on YouTube now. It's on Facebook, Twitter. We've shared it everywhere to get max visibility on it, as if you didn't already know that we have an event next weekend. Let's see. Let's bring Pat back to the stage here. All right, go ahead.
Hi.
I think you might be better.
Oh my God. No, not going.
Is it?
I can hear it on my side.
I can't hear any echo.
Okay.
But they're saying that you can't, or that they can't. So I don't know why the fuck you're.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
That's you, right? Get the fuck out of here. Why is it not working?
I don't know. But I'm not trying to do this echoing. I don't think.
Is he still echoing, y'all?
For sure I am.
Have you changed anything on your settings? Still messed up from Hoodie Jer. Thanks, Pat.
This is on you, bro.
It's not on me.
I haven't changed nothing. If anything,
What's that? Say it again. What's that? What's that? Say it again.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Say it again.
Can you hear me now? Say it again. Can you hear me now? Say it again. Can you hear me now? Say it again. Can you hear me now? Say it again.
Oh wow, that echo is fucking crazier. This is wild.
I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm getting all the way out. All the way out.
Okay. Okay, Pat's leaving. All right, so while he takes care of that, we will keep moving forward. All right, so let me go to order of business here. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck, Jared, but we're here. It's okay. We're good to go. We're good to go. All right. Big shout out to all of our listeners right now. We have a lot more on Twitter than we have been in the last few weeks, and so we're very, very happy to be a part of that community. And then also on our Facebook side of things, that's been growing too. So really, really, really just fucking good positive news to report back. We have the 48 in the Lake trailer, which we started the stream off with. Again, that is available on YouTube right now on our YouTube. We also dropped another video. Here, we're going to bring, let's bring Pat back on here. What's up?
Don't bring me back. Don't bring me back.
Don't bring you back. Okay. All right. Anyway, okay, so where was I at? This fucking started crazy because Pat's fucking, it's all, what he's going through right now. All right, so I have my soundboard working and now his shit doesn't work at all. And so that's cool, Having said that, we also dropped a new battle this week, Hemis versus Nez. Go run that up. That was from our draft event back in December, and that was it was a good one, man. Nez really bounced back, and obviously he just recently had a battle with Spades that at No Love Lost 2 about a month ago that also solidified further what he's trying to accomplish this year in the league, and just for his battle rap career in general, he's just doing a really great job. So. And then, Hemis, he really was, I thought that, one of our fans, Venom, he was like, there was a lot of bars that were slept on by Hemis. And there were a few that maybe the crowd wasn't like, it was the first battle of the night. So sometimes that happens, and that can definitely take away, that would definitely take away, what like the energy of the room, like if people aren't fucking, responding or whatever. Having said that, we are just excited in general, just for these new drops. We also had another drop today. So there was 2 drops on the channel today. We had the trailer and then pay-per-view commentary it was only 25 minutes long roughly. So it kind of is like in a podcast format, but it's all the recaps from our pay-per-view team on at No Love Lost 2 for each battle. So we are going to be releasing the battle of the night and the performance of the night on Friday from No Love Lost 2. But just to give an idea about how those battles kind of went or what have you, that video is really cool to watch. Valcone and Beans and Rice, they did a great job on on bringing that, bringing it home and honestly, putting together like some great recaps on the battlefront. So, with that said, we do have one of our guests here. Let's see here. Bear with me. I'm going to bring Holmzie in.
Yo.
Sir, how are you?
What's good, bro?
What is good with you? I'm going to put this over here. Bear with me. We're just waiting for Real Deal here.
All right, bet.
Well, how are you? How are things going?
I can't complain, man. I'm over here finishing my third.
Right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I saw a tweet from you that said, why do we do this? Something along the line of like, why do we do this to ourselves? In reference to procrastination. Is that can you expound on that a little bit and what your process is for getting prep for a battle?
Oh well. Right now, actually, I'm in good time, and I usually write my shit the day before of the battle. So I'm technically saying me procrastinating, but I genuinely believe, as far as in my case, the procrastination it leaves less room for doubt. If that makes any sense. Like if I'm done my material a month out, I gotta keep going over it, and I'm like, damn, I don't like this. Maybe this ain't good enough. I gotta change this. If my round is done the week of or 2 days before, I have no time to second guess it. Like I gotta get it done.
Right.
And then, like with
go ahead.
I was saying, like with the tournament, I was already good at short prep, but the tournament made it worse because I can write a round in about 5 hours and memorize it in about 90 minutes.
Oh, really?
So like, yeah, it's a 2-minute round at max. Take me about 2-3 hours to memorize.
2-3. How the run that for me? How you do that?
All right, so my 2-minute rounds are usually about 40 to 42 bars. So if you break down 40 bars, that's 8 bars 5 times. So 8 bars is about a good 20-25 seconds. So if I spend a good half hour on 20-25 seconds, I got to memorize, and I keep doing that. And I'll be done in 2-3 hours.
Yo, that is fucking that is insane. I love that. So break that down one more time. So break that down one more time. So if you have a 2-minute round, or go ahead.
So if I got a 2-minute round, it's usually 40 to 42 bars. So I break that down in even segments. You know what I'm saying? Like let's say 40. That's 8 bars 5 different times. So all I gotta do is memorize those 8 bars, which is usually 25 seconds, and then just keep adding on. So like I'll memorize the first 8 bars. The opening 8 bars of the round, I'll have them memorized. Practice that for about a good half hour. And now when I go start on to the second 8 bars, I already know the first 8. So it allows me to trip over the second 8 until I get it fully memorized, and I just keep repeating that process.
That's crazy. Well, I mean,
it's not failure. I got 92 battles and I've never choked.
92 and not one time.
Not ever.
Wow. That's well, I mean, I think that there's something to be said. First off, I mean, like the fact that you're able to be in a space where like, okay, I can memorize like a day before or whatever. It's like that's like fucking a cheat code almost. I mean, in my damn book. Let's see. With how things have been going on, like my end, even just like with being reintroduced into battle rapping, like having my bars like done like 2 weeks out, I'm like, okay, cool. Now I can just like memorize. But that's an interesting process though, because that actually is a lot more rational and reasonable to me. To be like, well, because I'm very numbers driven too. So like you just putting that in my like pause. What the fuck? You just you just breaking that down made a lot of sense to me. Made a ton of sense.
Yeah, it's crazy thing is people better at this shit than me. Like I never forget, it was 2019. We was in Houston, and it was No 9 when Lux battled Verb. The day before, all the Goonies battled on Houston Barcode, and I remember, mind you, the event started at like 8 p.m. I remember going to the mall. We get back from the mall at like 5:30, and I heard Twerk and Drug say to each other, "All right, let's go write our rounds now." And I'm like, "Y'all writing for another battle?" They're like, "Nah, for tonight." They wrote their rounds around like 5:30, got on stage at 10 o'clock, and both wrapped their rounds flawlessly.
What?
I've seen Bangs do it too. When he battled Fettuccine 20, this was in New York while we were still doing events in New York. I remember like it was like the second battle of the night. He pulled up to the venue and he was like, "Yo, how many battles happened?" I said 2. He said, all right, cool. I can still write my second and my third. And then got on stage and had a good battle versus Fetty.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know how they do that. You know what I'm saying? That shit is a little
I was
bit
gonna say,
different.
that sounds crazy. All right, Pat, are
I mean,
you
I
good
guess
to go? Oh no, he said no. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's crazy. It's the same day. Like, I'll be honest. Like, I think that there's something to be said about how many, like the fact that you've been in 92 battles, which takes me to just another question. And we're still waiting for Real Deal, y'all. Just waiting for him to get back in here. But having said that, when was I mean, 92, so like when at what point, like after 10 battles, you're like, yeah, man, this is really kicking in, or like what were you winning battles right off the top, or were you not worried about winning from this jump? Because there's like this romanticism with like wanting to win only, you know, and once you get your first loss, you're like, okay, cool, now I'm in a groove, you know.
Oddly enough, my first ever on camera battle, I lost.
Okay.
My first on camera battle, my first on camera battle was versus Dre Dennis in 2012.
On what and which
And
league?
it was a league that we both started on. It's called NOC. It stood for number one contender. It's funny because you figure 2012 was still very, very early for the battle culture. So, mind you, I don't know. I spoke about my past. I used to be like in the streets heavy, so I never really even saw myself doing this shit. Like I even used to remember telling my homies while we watching battles, like, yeah, that shit's cool, but I could probably never do it. And it was from the vantage point of I'm not about to have people yelling in my face. So after I went to an event, I seen Dre rap and I seen him battle somebody, and I'm like, yo, I know I'm better than him. Went in there. I had good raps, but like he had everything else down packed, the performance, all of that shit. So I lost that one. And mind you, I was battling way before like leagues were a thing. Back in the day, if you rapped, you had to battle. Like there
Right.
was no difference between a battle rapper and a rapper. You know what I'm saying? If you rap, you battle. So after I lost, I'm like, bro, I've never lost before. So I'm like, let me try this shit again. And I kept trying it. Then what? Uh, I actually got locked up twice, 2 more times before I got into the groove of things. So I battled Dre in 2012. 2 months later, I had a battle in 2013. About a week after that, I went to jail for like 7 months. I came home in the end of 2013, had about 2 battles. So I didn't even have my 10th battle until I came home from prison for the last time. But by then, Dre Dennis had already got his PG and we was already a group. So once I came home and I seen him rap on URL, I'm like, yo, this shit might be able to be a reality for me. So about by like I say about around my 10th battle was like, all right, I think I can get in the groove and take this shit serious. And since then it's just like I don't know. I still don't even know. I don't even know how I still come up with shit.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there's someone that says. First off, I appreciate and resonate highly with what a statement that you said that I just posted. That's if you rapped, you battled, because there wasn't like I started rapping too, like 2005, 2006, something like that. And honestly, I thought that was a prerequisite to become to being a rapper is being able to battle. Like you got to battle. And that was
That's how it used to be.
Yeah.
In order for people to respect you, you had to battle.
Yeah. Or like freestyle, you know, like I was like, oh
Mhm.
yeah, like being like, oh yeah, I make music or whatever. Like, okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna put a beat on, like, oh shit, you know, like so much so that like when I was in the Air Force and I was coming home, told everyone that I was rapping. I was sending them fucking voice mails and shit of my songs. And I was so stressed out for the first time that someone was going to tell me, ask me to freestyle. I was so stressed out about it. So I just freestyled like for like the whole drive home from Arkansas to Salt Lake City. But that's the biggest that statement is something that I resonate with highly because there wasn't like battle rappers. Like I've never not until like leagues started getting around like, oh yeah, now we're gonna put you guys into a category, you know, or whatever. Because that's just crazy because I used to just be a rapper. Now
Word up.
Yeah.
Same. Like I do music and everything, but being as though I'm known for battle rap, I'm labeled as battle rapper. It's just like I'm still just a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I saw another tweet that you had put out that said the things are looking with the cards that you're seeing 2016 it feels like 2016 again, or the energy and vibes
Yeah.
of that. Walk us through that, man, because it is crazy. I agree with you. Let me say that off top. I agree with you.
All right, so here's what I realized with like the pandemic and caffeine, it might be the biggest rush of new fans we've ever seen since the culture existed because everybody was in the house. Like it's a lot of people. All right, like I'm about to tell a story and it's gonna sound like I'm going off topic, but I'm staying on. So are you familiar with the battle rapper Rock Lee, the female Rock Lee?
Yeah, well, not anything super new, but yes.
All right, so Rock Lee was on the Bags and Bodies show with Hitman Holla and everything.
Yeah.
She did not know what battle rap was 3 years ago. Like she was on a Twitter space. One of her friends told her, like, yo, pull up to this space, they're battling. She said, what's that? She said she heard people battling and was like, oh, I'm gonna try this. And now, like, she's somebody that been on Queen of the Ring and was nominated for Rookie of the Year last year. So I say all that to say, the more visibility we get on a culture, the more new fans we have. So a lot of people don't remember the 2016, 2015 when you would see things like Daylight versus XL on Trap New York, or Chef Trez versus Danger Zone and Daylight in a three-way battle, or I'm trying to think of what else. Like you would see a large amount of big names on smaller league cards, but in a higher frequency. I mean, more frequently, you would see like a lot of smaller names on big cards, and then for a while, a lot of people just stayed on whether it was RBE or URL or KOTD. And now you got things like 48, it's 48 in the Lake, right?
Yeah.
48 in the Lake. Holmzie Da God, Real Deal, Fendi, 40 Bars, Marv One, Av, Rum Nitty, Quest McCody, B Magic, Thesaurus. All well-renowned names in the culture on a card that's not backed by a major league. May 18th, you got May 18th out in Chicago, you got what? I seen the announcements. Big T versus Av, Ill Will versus Heavy Half, Young Cannon versus Mac Myra. You're starting to see.
Yeah.
Oh shit, May 25th, me versus Nonchalant John, Shotgun Shield versus Solid Foe Lucci, Arsenal versus Infrared the General. You're starting to see big names and big matchups on a lot of leagues that aren't the major leagues. And I like that because even though I do rap frequently on the major league, it's like I like to see the culture be involved with the culture, if that makes any sense.
Oh yeah.
Because nowadays a lot of people are only fans of URL or are only fans of certain battle rappers. With the way that things are going, you just had last weekend Tay Rock versus Bankhead, Coffee versus E Hart on Black Ice. With the way that things are looking right now, it's going to make the fans go back to watching battle rap as a whole rather than just one platform or one person. And I preferred it like that because then the debates were more genuine, the way people graded the battles were more genuine, and just the appreciation of the sport was more genuine then.
Right.
And
I
like it.
No, that's great. There are, the fans that you just described there, there's fans that are only fans of battle rappers that have an OnlyFans. There's fucking, it's crazy. So it's across the board how things have been like changing, and so like I'm hyped about it. I mean, I tweeted about it too. I was like, yo, man, battle rap is in full swing, at least over here for sure. And I've been seeing it obviously at a bunch of other places. iBattle has been doing amazing things, and out here on the Westworld is doing amazing things. And there's a contingent in the Northwest that's going to be doing some cool shit this year too. So
did you see what's going on Twitter right now? The argument between Gates to the Garden and OSBL. We might be getting a league versus league event soon.
I just put that in my banners. I just on who Android 3. I just saw Chef Trez talk about it. I like all this league versus league talk. Maybe get 4 to 5 battlers from each roster, travel to other leagues, and vice versa to make it home and away games. I fucking love that. I was just talking to Pat about this and like going to challenge some leagues out here in the West and being like, let's just take our best 4 or 5 and do a league versus league.
I genuinely believe the biggest issue with battle rap is there's no competitive edge no more. Like you can lose and still get paid a lot and then brag about, oh, I got paid, but it's like, nigga, you lost. You know what I'm saying? Like we said earlier, back in the day before Pat and Real Deal, I don't know if y'all heard, I was telling Gabino, like back in the day, there was no such thing as a battle rapper. If you rap, you battle. You know what I'm saying? And now we're like, in those days, your name and your rap meant everything. Not how much money you had, none of that shit. Now it's a lot of battlers that can go, oh well, yeah, I lost, but I got 1 million views. Do you? You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I loved Ultimate Madness so much. When I won Ultimate Madness, I told everybody, I'm not trying to win this shit for no other reason but to say that I was better than all the other 15 people that was locked in with me. And we don't have that no more. And that's why I genuinely feel like that's why it feels the way it does, because you don't have to win anymore. You can win, you can lose, start an argument or a debate for a bigger battle next, and then get paid more after losing. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't mean anything anymore. And I think that's what we're missing for real.
Why? You know? That's the question. That's the question. I feel like I posed this question not a long time ago, a couple months back, where I was like, do we feel like maybe because we started pushing the judging out because it was so off the wall every time somebody announced a judgment that we just stopped nurturing that part of the competition? You know what I mean? To a point where it just turned into, it's not even a part of the conversation anymore. You know what I mean? It's just public opinion. And I wonder if that's part of it, you know?
I don't know.
Me personally, oh, my fault, go ahead.
No, I didn't even know if I was on yet. You definitely, touched on a lot of things, right? So the first thing I do love the facts that other leagues that aren't perceived as main leagues or whatever are getting big battles. But what I'd like to see is that same level of accountability, like Holmzie was saying, like instead of just constantly being like, oh, Rock is so consistent. Like, how about, I hate to say, airing out motherfuckers that aren't on smaller leagues that are sucking, instead of just being like, well, we came for the bag or the check. It's like, instead of just giving people an attaboy for being consistently good on leagues, I think that now, as far as the competitive, like I don't ever want to see judging come back in battle rap. And I'm going to be this is going to sound pompous. And everybody in this space, I think 90%, 85 to 90% of opinions on battle rap are terrible. Like, what's a great bar? I swear to you,
I'm not mad at that. I don't disagree with that.
I withhold my 2 cents on it. I don't constantly air people out. But man, think about this. Every terrible bar that we look back on and we laugh about, the D nannies or the whatever, got big reactions at the time. People reacted at the time. Bro, Lex Luthor made up a person.
I use that all the time. Patrick Thompson
made up a person. Everyone reacted. I don't know if you guys saw this, right?
I haven't, but that sounds crazy already.
What was the name again, Holmzie?
He said, he was like something like he had a cadence and he was feeling something and I stayed with a sweeper on a corner like Patrick Thompson and broke the building.
Said, oh, and he goes, I just made that up. Like,
yeah, he was like, it's not even a real person.
Bro, that encapsulates why I can't have those. Bro, like, and I was around the grind time parts of the judging and all that.
Right.
And I would watch people fall down drunk judging battles, not know.
That's a problem.
Bro, and even if they're not drunk, like sometimes they overthink shit, and it's just there's never gonna be. It's a subjective thing, first of all.
Yeah.
The worst is when they try to put in basketball analogies. Like, I get trying to make fighting analogies, right? But when they're like, okay, so Real Deal's like a Chalmers, and this dude's like a bro, I'm not like him at all. What are you talking about? Like,
right.
Some things just don't fit. So someone might punch more, but like, were the punches good? You know what I mean? Things like that. So I'm cool with not seeing unless you have to, right? Unless
can I propose like an argument there? So
Sure.
what if judging was a little bit different now? Because there were times where like people, it was the last thought of the whole battle, right? It's like, oh shit, we got to judge this. Who wants to judge? They turn around, look around, grab their homies, right? Throw them in, and that's who the judges were. But what if it was like a situation where, for instance, Mike Masters of the tournament coming up. Let's say we have a scoring criteria, and let's say we explain that criteria to someone like both of you guys, and we're like, hey, we want you to watch this, whether you can watch it during the pay-per-view or also or like the next day or something like that. Just judge it. You got your own time to watch it. You're not going to be influenced by the crowd crazy, and you're able to actually judge it for what you see.
That's
and then that was
unfair, though. Is that not unfair to people that their gift is to work a room and work a
Well,
crowd, though, right? So now we're saying we're going to penalize you.
We have thought about that too. So the
You know
other
what I'm
side is,
saying?
I do know what you're saying.
Because Hitman on paper is never.
I don't know if you can hear y'all.
So can you hear me?
I can hear you.
He was saying he had something for that.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah,
he's finishing his point out. Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, I was just gonna say,
might never be, plugged. One of the top writers on paper, but then that completely negates one of his biggest attributes. But I didn't mean to step on what you were saying. But go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah. So you take that and you judge that, because that's part of the YouTube era issue. It's like people have the ability to replay it. People would discredit Hitman and be like, his bars are, you know what I mean? They weren't there. They don't know what that energy felt like. So it's like, what if you split up the judging? You have 2 judges live or 3 judges live or 3 or 2 judges that are able to watch kind of a little bit different, and that's something that we're going to be trialing and testing for a local tournament that we have coming up. But I think that part of it is judging has been historically ass, but maybe it's because we haven't also invested into it as a culture the right way. You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't got no problem with the judgments that I've been on, either side I've been on so far.
Yeah.
That's because I won a tournament. I'm just talking shit.
I know you're just talking shit right now. So like
always like, oh, bro, stay with it. Eh?
To your point though, real deal. Like, Hitman does rely on that a lot. I mean, but also, I trust Hitman in a small room to recognize.
Hold
on, no. I know, but hold on a minute. This is why it's important for us to have these offsite judges pour fucking gas. Like, if people are like, yeah, who the fuck is Patrick Thompson? And
right.
Like, if it doesn't resonate with them, that doesn't count for a bar for them. For that particular judging, for that particular judge. So, I think that there is a obvious presence and performance aspect that has to be a part of your battle repertoire. But for the scorecard that we put together, 50% of your score is coming from creative and effective writing. The other 30 is from performance, and 20% is from conviction and like being. Yeah. So that's what we're focusing on.
I just think there's no way to put a tangible thing on something like that. And the reason being, what someone perceives as very creative, someone else might not.
And I agree.
That buzzsaw, right? It's like, and again, my cup of tea at Holmes's might be different. And that doesn't, we're both experienced like veterans and whatnot. So it's at the end of the day. And when people equate it to boxing, I'm like, but punches land. They're tangible. It's like, he landed 6 out of 76 punches.
You can't have an opinion as to whether LeBron just made that 3-pointer. Either he did or he didn't. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I actually like what I heard from y'all with y'all grading system, because
I think you're working on it, but I wouldn't stress it to the point where you're getting crazy frustrated at negative feedback. Because at the end of the day,
I think for me, I kind of think it's like another talking point that's kind of missing, right? Like some of the debates afterwards, like, oh, the fucking judges got that shit wrong. I'm cool with that too. I think that could be part of promotion post, but I kind of did like what you were saying, Real Deal, when you were talking about like you don't really want to see judging coming back, but then you also were mentioning like the smaller league shouldn't be necessarily putting people on in a way just because and giving them a bag just because they're consistent in rapping. So like what would you is there anything you wanted to add to that point?
I disagree with that. So what I was saying was
I got it wrong then.
No. We've got to stop pretending and give. And so instead of letting people skate by with mid-ass performances on small leagues, like Holmzie was saying, no, you fucking lost, bro. You went out you went out the gates and you fucking lost, or you went out. I'm just listing battles with her, but you went out there and you lost. You know what I'm saying? And that's a fucking loss, and you kind of stunk it up. So I don't know where this became like. And so what happens is a consistent rapper like a Tay Rock, shit, like a Holmzie, a Marv One, these people, they just get kind of like, oh, he's consistent. That's consistent. It's like maybe either consistency needs rewarded more, or people just need to have the heart to tell, myself included. I don't do it because I'm cool with so many people. I ain't going to tell someone that went over and shit the bed. Like, okay. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to have a drink with that person when I see him next. I might tell the person like, oh, yo, he was ass over that Texas Battle League, but I still fuck with you. What are you drinking? You know what I mean? But you know, I think nowadays, you know, and I think Bonnie put out the question, what's missing from battle rap? And I think people sounding the same. And I agree with Holmzie, the lack of competition, the lack of.
And this is about to sound weird, but missing things is what's missing from battle rap. There was a point in time where we wouldn't see no new footage for 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what put a lot of value. You got to think about when URL first started dropping battles. Over a course of 6 weeks, you were only getting 3 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it enabled enough time for a talking point. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll drop a battle and not another one till a month later. So for that whole month, all you talking about is Conceited versus Surf. You know what I'm saying? Or Real Deal versus B Magic. Like now, prime example, France from LTBR just put up the amount of money that people, if somebody was to buy every pay-per-view from this month, they would have spent $375. So that means that's at least 6. Shit, you figure how many events have happened. I battled Arsenal 4 weeks ago. I battled in Pontiac, Michigan 2 weeks ago. I battled in Milwaukee 4 days ago. I battled Real Deal in 10 days. And then I battled 7 days after that. I'm not the only person on any of those cards.
Right.
It's also about 12 more people. So on a time of 10 weeks, it's been 100-something people battling already.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of content. Like when I battled in Milwaukee, the next day there was a Black Ice event. So it was 5 battles on the day that I battled, and then 7 battles the very next day. 12 battles in one weekend.
I'm not
We're
mad
gonna
at
watch all of those. And then wait
I'm
for the
not
next
mad at battlers like yourself and myself taking a lot of battles, and the reason is because battle rap as a whole is such a fickle thing. You see, as soon as Smack goes on to and says, "Oh, the money might have dried up," so it sounds like, man, get these battles where you can, get your footage, get your shit, and also that I'm for real. Like in battle rap, is so. What have you done for me lately? So, but what I do like on a positive, as I think people are getting better at, is putting together these small clips. Right. I hate to say I've walked into the light of the TikTok generation or whatever, but our attention spans are just
welcome, dude. Welcome.
Fuck it.
Well, I mean, I think you might have came in as soon as the door's closing, thanks to
Yo, right? But it's great to see.
No worries, dude. All good.
It's great to see these people make these 40-second clips, 50, and get 20,000 views on their own shit. And so I think that's a bright side that people are starting to utilize more, because what are the chances now that you're like, check this 55-minute battle out? You know what I mean?
Right.
As opposed to slapping a clickbait headline, dude roasts dude for, you know, being a dishwasher or whatever. I'm like, all right, let me see this 46. So I think people are getting better at that aspect of it.
Shorts are still great, and I think that long form content is still great too. I mean, fucking Cat Williams just sat down with Shannon Sharp for 75 hours straight or whatever the fuck that was, you know, and everyone paid attention to that. No one has any problem with watching a Joe Rogan podcast for fucking 3.5 hours while they're chilling at work, you know.
If you sat down Loaded Lux and let Loaded Lux just shit on everybody else, I would listen to it too, even if I was one of the people he shit on, right? So it's not like Cat Williams was saying some mundane shit. Like, dude was talking crazy shit. Like, so
I would also encourage folks. I would encourage leagues to put chapters in their fucking videos. I mean, like if you're done with someone's round and you're like, where's the next fucking round? You know, I'm not mad at that shit either. We got chapters that we've been putting that shit in since jump. So since we returned back almost 2 years ago at this point. Fuck. But okay. So really quick, high level shit. That was amazing, gentlemen. I appreciate all the back and forth about it. I know that what we want to accomplish with this scoring system is, at least for this season in particular, is a crown a champion for our league, which we'll be talking about opening up next year to not just Utah battlers, but we want to get it right. We really want to get to remove the objectivity as much as possible and really. I think that like what KOTD did in their season was a good starting point. I mean, we were talking to Ledge at Pod Tier, and he was just speaking into like how KOTD had like a similar type of scorecard, and Pat and I had no idea that they fucking had a scorecard even like that. So this whole inception of this fucking idea was just like, okay, well, let's start with what would we want to fucking see, blah, blah, blah. We judged Holmzie and Marv's battle last week, and to everyone's point here, creative writing is different to everyone. For the most part, like 92%, everyone was online the same fucking way for as far as like bars and creative writing were concerned. It started to drift on like some performance pieces, and that's where the rudder gets a little weird, you know, and like moments that are created because we put that into our scoring system, like moments created. So like there's a couple other things that really change the dynamic of how that scorecard runs. But so Holmzie, just so that you know, as an update before we get into the talk between you two, between 4 judges, it was 2-2. So we needed a 5th judge to see who. But
see, and that's all that says to me is it was a good battle. You know what I'm saying?
It was a great battle.
A good battle. When was that battle? I tried to look at your verse tracker and I didn't see
that shit was on 11 days prep.
Yeah.
I was supposed to battle A-Ward that day, but he rescheduled. That's the shot. A-Ward scared of me. But yeah, Marv stepped in and
that was a really October, cool battle, considering.
I'm gonna tell you something, and not to make this about me. He's smart. 2 of my biggest wins and clearest wins are against Saga and Loso. So it's like you don't want to be the third Christian that loses to the God.
With the Trinity, the Holy Trinity. That's
and I call myself the God, so it's just like, But yeah, me and Marv, we was like October 7th, I believe.
Yeah.
I think that's when it was.
That's amazing. Hey, gentlemen, can you guys hear this?
Yep.
You guys can hear it. Okay, great. All right.
Are you got PTSD, bro?
I do, bro. I fucking do have PTSD through my soundboard. You haven't had it forever.
You're like, hey, Holmzie, real quick, can you just hear this applause? I'm gonna play it really quickly. Jesus Christ, man.
Also, A-Ward said Marv 30. Anyway, so we're gonna keep moving forward here.
Hey, also for the record, Gabino had you lose in that battle, by the way, Holmzie. Don't let this man slide on you.
Oh yeah, no, it was 2-1.
I ain't mad at that.
No, he's mad, dude. He's mad at you, bro. So
Pat had you gentleman's 30ing, Marv.
See,
that's I ain't mad at that.
I ain't mad at that either. The other way, I'm not mad at it.
It's a good segue.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you something. Two things, because I wanted to say something earlier. We was talking about battling for a check. I did that shit one time and I hated it, bro. I totaled my car. It was the oops battle, ironically enough. I totaled my car and I said, yo, I need a new car. So like, what's up with a battle? And I literally did the battle just so I can get the money to pay for the car. Like, it was no. Pat can never judge a battler. Hey, Ward, don't be mad at him because he knows good raps, bro. But I told myself, I'm like, yo, I don't give a fuck about this battle. I'm just rapping for the check. I went up there and lost. I don't really be caring about losing, But I was mad that I lost because I didn't put my full effort in. I said, yo, I'll never do that shit for a check again. So like that was
Hold on, keep talking. Lost to Oops. Needed a no, I'm fucking
needed a car.
Needed
damn, and I forget the other point I was gonna make. Yeah, I think it might have been something about like judging the battles. I don't know, I forget, but yeah.
Well, what was the segue, Pat? What was the segue you had there?
Well, I feel like that's you know, you versus Marv segues kind of into this, man. I feel like one of the things I thought you did well in that battle, and you're probably doing all your battles. Haven't seen them all, but that one I felt like you're really good at like creating moments. Like I think maybe you even like addressed a little bit in there that people give you a hard time for having too much filler before your punches or something like that. But I kind of felt like some of what you ended up with getting to that point is what created the moment of the punch.
Yeah.
Does that sound familiar?
Yeah. See, the thing is, right? Battle rap, and this is I was telling Gabino earlier. We got a lot of new battle rap fans now. So like, and with a lot of new fans, and when words get overused and improperly used, they lose their meanings. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would like to argue, and this could sound arrogant coming from me, but I would like to argue that I don't have filler. The problem is we consider everything that's not a punch filler now, which is so crazy to me because people don't appreciate internal rhyming or storytelling or anything. They only score points on punches. And the crazy part is I hear a lot of the time from people, yo, Holmzie delivers good punches, but there's a lot of filler in between. What the fuck do y'all be thinking makes the punches so good? The build-up.
Call them out, bro. Call them out. Like, name it. Right.
Like
put it down here. What's filler?
Like I battled Thesaurus, and I remember somebody literally pointed it out. It's like, yo, you could have got that to that shorter. I literally flipped his style on him. I said, you see, I brought my pen for this, and your demise, I'm very eager. Told me that your gifts of presence, well surprised, I'm Ebenezer. First to spit a dorky verse with multi-rhymes instead of heaters. I said the multiverse, but it's the Spider-Verse. And this young nigga is miles ahead of Peter. All people are listening to is miles ahead of Peter. Right. You're not listening to me rap exactly like the Thesaurus raps or using the multis the way he does. The second bar, I said, they told me that your gifts of presence, well surprised, I'm Ebenezer. That's a mini punch within the, like, we only listen for the end bar a lot of the time. And I think that's an issue as well.
Man,
fantastic.
I don't fuck, man. I like when I was counting fucking bars from you and Marv, like I heard everything. There's a lot in there, but but for the most part, you're right. I mean, I think that a lot of folks are just conditioned to what's the haymaker, what's the end, what's the payoff, you know, as opposed to like, I'm not really listening to the rest of it. Maybe from a lay fan's perspective, it's hard for me to give an opinion on that because I don't listen like that, you know?
Right.
So, and that goes back to the whole, like, you know, I'm not a battle rapper. I'm just a rapper, you know?
Yep.
Pat is funny for saying something like that to me, like in a private conversation. He's like, bro, you just happen to be like a rapper who happens to battle. Like I don't look at you like a battle rapper. And like, so for you to bring that back up, that just brought it full circle with your explanation there about what expectations are from fans. So that's fire as fuck. So gentlemen, next Friday and next Saturday, well, in particular Saturday, real deal, you have already been out here. It was to judge at spring training. So you had that experience of being out here and maybe understanding the elevation and what that does to you. I mean, you guys are both well-traveled, so I'm sure you've been in other locations, obviously, with higher elevations. What's that?
There's only one higher.
Denver?
Yeah.
I mean, Mexico's, well, yeah, I was going to say.
These guys ain't in Mexico City, bro.
I know. Ain't nobody battled in Mexico City, dude. What is, did you have any sort of expectations when you came out here as far as what that was like, as far as elevation was concerned, and knowing what you do now? Is there any sort of idea how you're crafting around? And I really bring that up because it's been an issue for some folks that have come up here that haven't been up here before. We can't hear you. You're on mute.
Nada. Can't hear you, sir.
Holmzie, go ahead and answer that first. Have you battled in Denver?
No, I haven't battled in shit. The only place I've battled on like the West is Phoenix and LA and Oakland as well.
Yeah, those are all sea level. Yeah, but it's not like super wild, but it's definitely a thing. I mean, literally on
I never
Denver-
even took that into account now that I'm thinking about it like that. Like
I mean,
I might up my cardio for the next couple of days just to make sure I'm good for real, for real.
Let's go, man.
Yeah, like that's because I'm listening to y'all talk and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And oddly enough, I can say it because nobody knows who I'm battling, but I got another battle I'm prepping for as well. And I actually talk about I ain't gonna say it, but I'll tell y'all in
Yeah.
person.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, that's crazy. I never even thought about that.
Well, this is your first time out here too. Well, or is this your first time in Salt Lake? I mean, outside of like a layover or some shit, you know?
You know, I've never touched Utah soil.
Got it.
At all.
You look like a big snowboarder, though. I don't know.
Yeah.
For me, yeah, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I wish, man. It don't even snow that much anymore out here.
Yeah. What up, Chef?
Yo, you guys hear me now?
Yeah,
I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Somebody called, and then when I hit ignore on the call, it dropped me. Yeah, last time I was in Utah, I didn't experience anything with the altitude.
Nice.
And I felt like the crowd was there to just have a good time and hear some good shit. And that's a good crowd. Those are the kinds of crowds I love rapping to. I don't like per se rapping to crowds that are expecting just bar 4, 8, 12. I felt like the crowd, albeit it was kind of a little bit small just because it was like a spring training event. I felt like they were very in tune with what everybody was saying. They were very attentive. So I didn't personally experience. Now, again, like you said, I didn't do a lot of rapping or anything like that. But I've been to Denver too, and the altitude situation never bothered me there either. So
I love that. Love that.
You know.
I mean, athletes talk about it. It's I mean, some of my battle rap or just rapper friends that I'm on tour, like, God damn, dog, it was hard for me to get through that set type of shit, you know? Like so that's I just wanted to bring that up. Now, having with that in tow, Real Deal, it is at the same location. We don't always have the same location for our battles, but day 2 is going to be at the ICW Cultural Event Center, which is where you were at. And we are going to be having a little bit of a different setup. We're going to be going into stage, and we're looking at a pit option for this one that we're Ward and Emerson.
As it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you were there, a majority of those battles took place on the stage, and then Emerson Kennedy versus A Ward, they were on there's in the pit in this crowd area. So you guys will both know that after we get to stage, but I just wanted to give an update to you both on that as well. So what's your preparation coming into this Real Deal? I mean, this isn't any sort of path that you haven't been down before or anything like that. I mean, I don't know that you have ever really shied away from any sort of challenge, really ever. So what outside of preparation for this battle with Holmzie, like, do you have a strong 2024 lined up for you?
So I'm actually battling this week in Oakland, but it's a battle that's been booked a while ago. And so I'm pretty actually like prepared wise set for both, minus the continuous memorization, which is fun for nobody. But the way I prep,
it's the worst shit ever.
It's horrible, bro. So honestly though, bro, like the way I prepare my battles, I changed the way I really go into it years ago, and I've never looked back. Like, I try to make sure if you watch a Real Deal battle, there's a little bit of everything, bro. Some humor, some like a story, some angles, some punches. That way somebody doesn't have to hear me punch for 40 bars times 3 rounds or whatever it may be. That's just me. So I'd be lying if obviously I know Holmzie's nice and dope and consistent and all that, but like, I got some great stuff, and I got some things I think he'll even appreciate, stuff like that, angles, approaches. I got the reputation years and years ago heavy for the angle thing, which is
Right.
cool, but in a way it almost makes me sound like somebody that's wanting to ruin your career or your life. It's like, bro, it's not that deep. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like I'm gonna find some shit out and smear your neck. Like, I'm not. I don't. No. So, but I think this should be a really, 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 really good battle. Because again, I appreciate Holmesy's appreciation for good writing and his obviously consistency. He just said he battled 58 times in the last 4 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So like, but no, man, I'm looking forward to it, and I love what you guys have done with the card, and I really do feel like you guys have an all eyes. I know you said it before about battlers and paying them and whatever and all these things. But I think what you guys have done is currently paying off. There's a lot of people that I feel like are excited for this Utah card. And I feel like the people that you have booked have been resharing it. I got tagged in Holmesy's story, Instagram, Marv commenting. So it's, I think all of a sudden you're getting a lot of eyes. And your stuff's always quality that you put out there. So I think you guys are doing it the right way. And so I think this is a crazy card. The Source and Magic got 40 on it. So like,
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's going to be, you know what I mean? But I really think whenever you put two people that are perceived as underrated and you put them against each other, you usually get Macho Man versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. You know what I'm saying? So
what
like,
a dope reference.
Yeah. So that, that's kind of how I feel it's going to be.
Holmzie, where are you feeling on your oh, he's talking right now. It's okay. Real deal, do you have any like perceived hurdles when you talk about like your preparation as far as like memorization and stuff? Holmzie spoke about how his preparation is like breaking like bars down, like 8, memorizing 8 and then going to memorize another 8 and then going like, what's your process like?
I'll tell you right now, the biggest kryptonite that I give myself is I refuse to do bridge rapping. Okay. And it's one of the easiest things to memorize. I just hate it. It's like, if let's say my punch is like, I know like, roll it back. And let's say my punchline is roll it back, right? So I'll fold this cat and something. When you roll it back, Holmesy's whack. And when I keep I hate 3 rounds of bridge rapping. And if you watch my raps, I won't, I'll take the bridge word out, me. And sometimes it fucks me over. And I'm not saying it's whack for anyone to ever use a bridge rap. But when you hear 3 rounds and every last bar, the next round starts with it, and I get it. It's a crutch. And I'm not saying I never did it.
I feel like that's like a memorization tool.
I just like it. I don't mind.
For me, it's a last minute memorization tool.
Right.
Like if I'm last minute, I'll do that.
It's valid, but when
if I'm last minute, I'll do that. Okay, I'll be watching your battle. I'll be like, okay, so he just wrote that 45 minutes ago. Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? If you hear me go to end of bar 4 or something you get Peter rolled and I start the next one off with heater blow, I for sure was writing that shit last minute.
Yeah, listen, bro. Like I'm like I said, man, and then the other thing is I've tried a lot of times.
Real Deal doesn't like Danny Myers. He's just trying to say he doesn't like Danny Myers without saying he doesn't like Danny Myers.
Well, listen, if you know all the most consistent do a lot of the bridge rapping. That's no shade on them at all. I'm just saying,
bro, it's a lot of work.
My own personal thing, I'm like, man, I'll do a couple. But I'm like, man, I just can't do 3 rounds of it because, I'll do a lot of cadence switches or I'll do a complete topic switch. And for that, I'll need to put on like a comedic persona or something. So like, I don't know, man. But that's one thing, memorization. I probably fuck myself over. Other than that, I usually record it. I go to the gym and listen to it over and over again. Bro, my best prep is literally at school in my gym when I have no kids. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because it resembles a big space.
I'll be back in 2 seconds. My daughter keeps knocking on the door. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
But I know I'll be on camera, right? Walking and rapping through the gym, but it's my best prep. I don't know why, like rapping in my hotel, I feel like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's when I'm in the gym,
you're just hitting laps, dude. Hitting laps, rapping.
I'll have just had a class and send them on their way, and I'll have my little prep period. and I'll throw it on, and I give myself a design little space, and I go from there. But yeah, I feel good about, the material, and I feel good about the preparation. I think if you ever see me fuck up in a battle, which doesn't happen a lot, it's happened before, not a lot at all. It's never because I didn't prep or I chalked one up or none of that shit. It could be, we're all humans, right? So this is what people don't get about battle rap. I could be delivering the bar of my life, and I just look in the corner and think like, damn, it's kind of bright up there. And I'm like, oh, fuck. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's the kindergartner in me and shit. You know what I mean? Like, oh, fuck, bro. So, yeah, as far as preparation, I feel good about it, and I'll run through my shit like crazy. And
Amazing.
So not too long ago, you posted something on Twitter. Maybe it was like a couple months back now, but it stands out in my mind because you posted a clip, and I can't remember who it was against, but you said, I really like when I get in these pockets, and it was like a 50-second clip or something like that. These are the pockets I'm trying to get into. Do you remember that post by chance?
It actually might have been one of the ones, a similar kind of post. I think Holmzie gave me props on like a long string rap. He found the one against None, right? So I try to do different things like that in battles. It might have been a rappy pocket, right? But just
it was none. You rap your whole round rhymed. Like
so So Holmzie caught that one, and he, thank God, because nobody in the fucking crowd caught it, right? But so like, I just try to do shit that's gonna keep me entertained to watch my own battle.
Yeah.
So like,
I like that.
Sometimes it might be me trying to do a cadence or delivery switch, and it might not be your cup of tea. You might be like, yo, this is whatever. Like, it might have been Sharon against the Marissa Tomei till I'm in old age, and it's like,
I just watched that yesterday too.
Something to break the monotony, bro, of just 4 bar. Because like Holmzie was saying, a lot of fans, they don't even appreciate the internal rhyming between a punch anymore. It's just like, feed me, Seymour. It's like, fuck, man, every 4 bars, punch.
Prime example. I say a lot of the time, Ace Amin might be the best rapper in battle rap, and people look at me crazy. And I'm talking about the internal rapping that nobody pays attention to.
Right.
Like he told me something that when I shoot this bitch, you better hope your mental health after the metal melt your mental up front. That's great writing that nobody really gives credit to because it's not a punchline. You know what I'm saying?
Simple, bro.
Yeah.
Simplicity sometimes, bro. I don't know how everybody missed it. This dude Clone said, I've had police search me, do research, then research me.
Research me?
Oh my God.
Amazing. And then I shared it like this is bananas, and then again, a lot of people were like, oh, this is crazy. I'm like, it's been crazy. The minute he said that fucking shit, it just wasn't his punch.
Crazy. As soon as he delivered it, it was crazy.
It just wasn't his punch. You were waiting for some punch, and dude just come with something way better than a punch to me. You know what I mean? Like, so
that is crazy.
Like JC told Craig Lamar, one of my favorite battle rap one-liners. And it wasn't a punch. He said, you probably train hard for this. Bitch, I'm training now. Like that, like shit like that is just amazing.
Yeah, that cuts deep. That hurts. Yeah. I mean, and again, those are those joints where you're just like, shit. And then so
okay, so Holmzie, you do you remember how this battle even started for as far as talks are concerned?
I don't know. Me and him just started like going back and forth. And then he was on
I'll tell you how it came on my radar really quick. And then I want to understand how I got attention of it.
Yeah.
So I was at Traffic 6.
Oh, yeah.
I went outside and it was a break. And Holmzie was like, oh, no, I've heard of Mike Masters. Marv was talking. We were chopping it up, and it was a great conversation. And then he brought up this potential battle. And tell us now what you were telling me then about how this even came about. Like why this idea for this battle was being pushed around.
I forget how we started, but me and Real Deal like just started talking, like little friendly banter and shit towards each other. And then I forget what fucking event it was. Was it a King of the Dot event where you had like the 3 beers in one hand?
Which one?
I don't know. You was on stream, and they was like, "Yeah, who you want to battle?" And you was like, "Jerry West, Holmzie, and Ryder gotta see me soon."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh shit, okay." You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to remember because there's a bunch of things, but right now that's the only thing that I do remember. Is that not what you're talking about, Gabino?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's funny because when he said that on a pay-per-view, I quoted it and was like, "Me and Real Deal will be booked before the year is out." Had no idea of how or where. And then I met Gabino in November in Phoenix, and then about a month later, it was booked before the year was out.
Man, so with that, like we have been obviously on this different wave of not just bringing like just only West battlers onto the platform because we're just genuine fans, so we just want to see like just good battle rap, you know. What should we expect on the 23rd from you, Real Deal, and what should we expect from you, Holmzie, on the 23rd?
Same thing you've been getting from me since I came in this shit. But again, hopefully 3 rounds where it's something for everybody, bro. You know what I'm saying? Where, there's no box that's left unchecked. You know what I'm saying? That's what I go for nowadays, man. Like I ain't gonna be like a body and retire and none of that shit. It's gonna be, I've got some shit that I like, and if I like it, I'm cool with it. Now, as Holmzie will tell you, after you memorize your shit 55,000 times, I'm probably gonna be like, this sucks.
I told him that earlier.
But I like it right now, and I've ran it quite a few times. So
yeah, for me, man, like Real Deal said, it's difficult for me to do face-offs with people I actually like, because I already have to get in like to actor wrestling mode when I'm on stage. You know what I'm saying? So I've only had 3 face-offs where people deemed as actually interesting, but I genuinely didn't like the people I had to face off with. So it wasn't like I didn't have to make something up. You know what I'm saying? But as far as our battle's concerned, man, I feel like you should expect a nice conversation piece, but not in the sense of like Real Deal said, not in 3rd grade you did this and all of that shit. Just he's renowned for angling as well as I am, and that's one of the bigger reasons why I wanted this battle. From now on to the rest of my career, I want to really prioritize battles that I have to counter right for what my opponent might say to me and figure out how to get around their counter writing. But you also, you're gonna get street talk from me. Like I realize I let people trick me out of doing that, so I've gotten back to that a lot. I'm also seeing a decent amount of my battles. I'm trying to work on jokes and shit. I don't know how, because like all the homies and anybody that knows me like in my personal life, they always tell me like, "Yo, you funny as hell, but you don't do it in your battles." It's like, first of all, I'll be dead ass serious to things that y'all laugh at. And second of all, I don't be knowing how to make that shit.
Those
raw.
are the funniest jokes, though. The serious humor. That's why B Magic's always been one of the funniest people in battle rap.
And he be super serious.
Super.
So it's just like I just feel like this is a battle that's super unexpected, but has potential classic written over it, and I just hope to deliver the potential classic that it has written over it.
At a time where a lot of people are battling, sounding the fucking same, I think this could be a big breath of fresh air, a big breath of high altitude fresh air. Don DeMarco,
like that.
And like Real Deal said, he said he likes his material, but for a long time in battle rap, I was writing and battling just to keep up with whatever status I thought I needed to obtain. And I wasn't writing for myself or writing for the reason that I got into battle rap. I'm back having fun again. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't, and the crazy part is ever since I've been having fun, I've been doing a whole the last couple of weeks I've been to places I've never been. Never been to Pontiac, Michigan, never been to Milwaukee, I've never been to Utah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then on top of that, it's taking me places. Like I started the year off with Arsenal, somebody that I started watching. And now next week I'm battling Real Deal, somebody who I was watching way before I thought that I was going to do this shit. So I'm having fun. And when I have fun, it shows in my material, because I used to try to check off boxes like, all right, will this get me booked again? Will this break the room? And then it's just like, I wasn't doing any of this shit when I first started. I didn't give a fuck about none of that. I just like to write because I knew I was good at it, and I like to explore my creativity. And now I'm back to exploring my creativity. So if Real Deal likes his material and I'm having fun with mine, y'all should expect a classic.
I expect a classic. I think that this is one of those. I mean, look, there's 6 fucking battles on this card that all fucking could beat the other one out for battle of the night type of shit.
I know my battle of the night.
Y'all taking battle of the night?
It's either us or the battle. Whenever I predict battle of the night, I exclude mine. Like, let's just say my battle wasn't on the card. For me, it'd be Fendi versus 40.
Woo wee!
It's first of all, there are only 2 women on the card.
Yeah.
They write just as good, if not better, than a lot of us. So,
man, I mean, they're
that's a crazy battle, man.
Fellas, I'm saying we're gonna have battle tonight. I do got to cut out. I just took this pre-workout. I'm crawling in my skin right now.
Oh my god, bro! Pre-workout and then get on a fucking face-off, dude. Get the hell out of here, bro.
I'm drinking it in the remnants of my coffee, so you know I'm on 1,000 right now. So
hey, what's any last words for our people here in Salt Lake? We'll clip this and make sure it gets on.
Man, grab the pay-per-view. Scroll down. Buzz my name and hit my name. What they're doing with this pay-per-view is absolutely fantastic. They are putting with these big discussions about, well, can you sell tickets? Do people want to see you? Mike Masters is I don't want to say the first, but it's very much looking like the first to do something on a scale like this with a card like this that says, okay, battle rappers, here's your chance to be like, look how many pay-per-views I sold and this kind of thing. I should have touched on that coming in. So that's huge. I've been battling for a long, long time. I can't tell you how many times a league has been like, yeah, but will this bring 100 people in the door? And I'm like, well, how would you fucking know if you don't? So big thing. Make sure if you support, grab it anyway. It's going to be phenomenal. But if you specifically support me in any fashion over the fucking years, just when you go, click on Real Deal. Highlight, scroll down, boom, hit that.
Man, we appreciate you, Real Deal. Thank you so much.
Big love.
Holmzie. Pat, do you have any questions right now for Holmzie?
Dog, he literally wasted his whole pre-workout on us, bro. He about to go into the gym and he's gonna let that ball fall on his chest, huh? He's like he about to fuck up, dude.
Hey, really quick, I just definitely want to address that it is forever with you, Pat, as far as from
got it. No, I didn't. I mean, Marv's over here like, hey, interrupt these people to tell them why you thought I lost 3-0.
Hey, Marv, listen, man, Marv, you cannot listen. One thing I've learned in life, when people tell the truth, you don't like to get on their bad side. You know what I'm saying? Pat's a good fucking guy, man.
Hey, for me, I thought if you're someone that has too many sports references, for me, I'm not gonna get a lot of that shit, man. So I think that's probably a part of why I wasn't able to count some of that shit. But I mean, 2 of those rounds were like razor close for me. You know what I mean? There were 2 rounds where I was like, I know I missed some of that shit because it just didn't hit for me. But that's what it was. But hey, Marv, listen, dog. If I wake up and I see your face in the candles, bro, it's a bad night for you, bro. I swear to God. Swear to God, dude.
I swear, bro. I promise. Holmzie, this is with we appreciate the confidence you have in us and our league and our staff to be able to.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Listen, I always tell people, and not to cut you off.
Oh, good.
One thing that a lot of fans, media, and league owners do not account for when grading a battler's performance on their platform is the level of business that they exhibit with said battler. Y'all business has been amazing. So therefore, who am I to not give y'all? Who am I not to reciprocate with an amazing performance? Like, I have confidence in this, and I appreciate what y'all doing because y'all have made me feel appreciated and that you want me on your platform. And for that reason, y'all gonna have a good show.
Hey, your style is gonna resonate really well in Utah, man. I'm excited for you to come out and crush that shit. I mean, one question I did actually have for you was like, because you guys were so respectful, right? Like, obviously there's like a competitive angle to it, but like what is something that when you look at Real Deal, because he's battled so many people, you've battled a gang of people in a short period of time. Mm-hmm. Have you faced anybody like a Real Deal though? Like when you think about it,
as far as like what?
as far as like what he brings to the table as like a battler, like his high moments, do you feel like you've faced somebody that like can do what he's done in battle rap as far as like create a moment out of an angle? Like, do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, B Dot.
Okay. Cool. Yep. I need to see that battle then. I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah,
That's
that
one of
was
the weird
that-
things about doing these fucking face-offs, man. I always feel like I'm supposed to be like an expert on the two people that come onto the show,
Bro.
but now I'm excited to go check that battle out now. You know what I mean?
Don't feel bad, bro. I don't watch
Oh, I
battles no
don't.
more.
I do
I'm
not
watching
feel bad.
battles now because I'm prepping for one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'll never
for
feel
sure.
bad if you said you ain't see one of my battles. I got 90. Real deal would be 93.
Bro, the first one I saw was the Marv 1 and then then I had to judge it live, and now Marv wants to battle me or something. I don't know what the fuck's going on, dude.
Yeah, I just say y'all book Marvin Quest and the 2-on-2 versus me and my 2-on-2 partner, and then he could try to get his win back. You know what I'm saying? Or I could try to get my win back in Gabino's odds. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, let's go. Man.
Just
Yo,
for you, Gabino.
I really quick, Holmzie, because of what we were talking about in the vein of competition and like where some parts of battle rap are lacking competition. You were talking about how you are challenging yourself to battle against folks that you have to create. How did you say it? You said that you're going against.
I got to figure out how to counterwrite what they're going to say to me.
So you
and get around their counterwriting.
So you've created your own internal competition. Is that kept it very fun for you?
Yeah, because it's like, I don't know if this makes sense, but it's like playing chess with yourself. Because you know what moves you're going to make and things of that sort, but you're still going to try to win. So when I'm trying to counterwrite somebody and then they hit me with a crazy punch, I'll be thinking in my head, damn, what could I have said to make that not be as effective? Or after the battle's over, it's like, damn, I could have said this to him. You know what I'm saying? So it always creates a competition within myself to get better and just to be better than my opponent.
I love it. I mean, I think that to Pat's point about learning new things through these face-offs or just talking amongst other battlers is like, what is driving you? You know, because it could get very stale or stagnant or like just like, God damn it, everyone sounds the fucking same. You know. And
for me,
so,
it's traveling.
What's that?
It's traveling for me. Like going, because I know what I do has been received good widely across the country, because if it didn't, I wouldn't be here. But I still like to see it in person. So I just rapped in two places that's never seen me live before, and it's a good reception. So it's just a reminder to myself, like, you're doing good. Like, I battled in London in November, and I had somebody told me they flew from Ireland to see me, and had somebody told me they flew from Nigeria to see me. So like shit like that is what keeps me going. Like, the money is a plus, but bro, I'm a purist of the sport. So I just like the competition and just the enjoyment of the sport for real. So that's really what keeps me going.
Do you well, I don't know how much more time you have, but what I want to ask also is, do you have like a plan for 2024 and these Cody runs? Like, have you ever gone into a year and been like, I need to be, I just had that on the vision board and like I would like to be in the discussion.
All right, so part of the plan I can tell you, and then the other part I'll text you, because I don't
Sure.
you know what I'm saying? It's
yeah.
But it's difficult because I don't mean to sound pessimistic, but sometimes things get lost in translation, right? And sometimes if like I am when I want to be, but like I said, I've gotten out of the wanting to be seen thing. But like if you don't go, hey, look at what I'm doing, a lot of the times they won't notice it. You know what I'm saying? But I am looking this year to at least make the list again, because I made it once. I think I was like number 6 or 7 when I made it. But I'll tell you the other part. It matters and it doesn't to me. You know what I'm saying? It matters for the bragging points, but the grand scheme of things, not really.
Fair. I mean, look, I'm excited for you guys' battle. I mean, it's the reason why I pursued it after we spoke. I hit Jer up on the phone. I was like, bro, I just spoke to Holmzie, and this sounds very, very interesting from a battle rap fan's perspective because of the first off, the fact that you guys have even spoke about it once is enough for me almost. I'm just like, okay, well, at least they know it's not like, even though this is fun too, to fucking have off the wall battles. But I do appreciate the fact that you were bringing a level of expertise here to Salt Lake City that hasn't been seen, and this whole card is full of all-star talent for battle rap, and we're honored and humbled, bro. So thank you for taking some time out today to chat with us. As you know, that you pointed out, like the face-off thing, like even on Friday when we do our face-offs, all of our face-offs have been pretty similar. We don't really, unless someone goes off the deep end, like Quest went off the deep end with Eli one time because Eli was, they just, but it wasn't provoked. So it's more like, I just want to get to know y'all. And if something happens to go from there, then fine. But it's more, I want our fans and our people to get to see a different side of you outside of you yelling at someone.
Right. I appreciate that.
I mean, I'd rather see you fucking yelling at someone, but yeah, like that. I guess that part's cool too. I guess that.
Right. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, hey, we appreciate your time, brother. We really do, man. So, good luck.
Any closing thoughts for our people here in Salt Lake? We'll clip this and let them know on all the things, bro.
Yeah, yo, first of all, Salt Lake City, y'all already know who I am, and if you don't know who I am, you will in 10 days. I appreciate y'all for having me out there. For everybody that's watching, Mike Masters has an amazing thing going on where if you are a supporter of the battler, when you purchase the pay-per-view link, you click down on the name of the battle rapper that you're supporting, and when you purchase it. So if you're a big fan of me, when you purchase it, go down and click Holmzie Da God. And then if you're a big fan of like Marv, B Magic, Thesaurus, or Real Deal, go down and click on Holmzie Da God too. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all.
Let's go.
Let's go, man. Ah, man. Give it up one more time, ladies and gentlemen, for Holmzie.
All right, fellas, I'm about to finish writing this third and get them memorized.
All right, bro. Okay, we'll talk to you soon.
Get to it.
Be easy.
All right, peace.
Well, that was fun.
Man. They were super respectful. That was great.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, for sure. Like it was much more of like, let's talk about battle rap. I enjoyed obviously the judging piece in the beginning was interesting. The part I could have probably went on a lot further, but like I was interested in knowing, like, cause he was saying like, hey man, if you're going these smaller leagues and you're losing, that should count for something. And so then my follow-up there was I was curious to know, like, well, how do we decide who's losing? You know what I mean? Like because we were just talking about like the scoring system and stuff like that too. So it's like, are we just deciding as a culture in the comments who's losing? You know what I mean? Or how do we decide that? So
well, yeah. So like I agree with you, and that's why I had to bring up the other argument because like that it's organically ate itself alive. With him being like, well, just the same point that you just said, like if we're judging the fact that they lost, I mean, is it just because like all of us said that he lost, because some of those like there's some fan votes on the URL app that they're not right exactly. So but having said that though, it was an overall I just appreciate their history with battle rap and rap in general. Right. One thing that just keeps resonating in my head though is like the I posted the comment, and when he said it is when Holmzie said, if you rapped, you battled. And that just, I don't know, man. Obviously, I circled back to that a lot. Any closing thoughts on that before we get out of here?
No, I mean, no, that's really, there's like, I don't know if that's the same now. You know what I mean? It's hard for me to get like a beat on everything now. But I mean, I feel like there's a lot of rappers that are battlers that are still making music, but I guess I'm only familiar with like, Geechee Gotti, right? Like he's about to put out his like album with Ilmac, and Ilmac's that dude too. He was part of Sand People before battle rap, or about the same time, you know what I mean, back in the day. So yeah, I think was a thing. There was a time when it's like if you rapped, you had some interest in the side of competition where you wanted to test yourself. I mean, there was a time where it was like, for me too, I started off just like recording, writing thoughts, wanting to make songs, no big interest in battle rap, just was a fan from the outside. Never even thought it was something I was like included in personally, or it just wasn't a part of my thought process. But it got to a point where I was like, I feel like this is something I'm going to try out. You know what I mean? It seems like this is the natural progression for most people that call themselves MCs, rappers, or whatever. And so that was it. But I think that that is not the same anymore. I don't think so. You know, I think there's a lot of people that just make songs and it's like, I just make songs now, you know?
Yep. No, I get it. Yeah.
Which is cool.
It is cool too. I mean,
yeah,
I say that kind of diplomatically though. I don't know, man.
So you're saying they're pussies.
I just think that like if you rap, you fucking can. I mean, at least hold 4 bars in a fucking freestyle, and I can trust you with 4 bars. I mean, I don't know.
Some of these, I mean, let's talk about the dudes that did the performances at the last event. You know, we had them, we interviewed them. And they weren't battlers. They never said that that was something they were interested in. I think we asked both groups, but man, if you can get on stage, formulate punches and create a reaction, you're probably closer to being able to battle than you think.
Oh, 100%.
And you probably should try that out because it's likely that you would be a lot more natural and better out the gate than some of these people that just jump in as battlers right now. So something to consider for sure.
Damn, we're gonna clip that. That was a good job on that. Like you're probably closer than you think. That was a fucking bar.
Clip that and hit me with 200 in my PayPal, dog. I'm fucking tired of carrying this whole show and just like, oh, we'll clip that. Good job. That's all you fucking say, dude.
What was that?
What?
Why are you gay?
Hey, so we're gonna finish this up. We appreciate y'all, man. Episode Who Gives a Fuck, running back. We just spoke with Real Deal and Holmzie. Run this whole episode back and listen to that. We had a great time. My name is Gabino Grhymes. March 22nd, March 23rd, 48 in the Lake. We're gonna close out with the trailer. Pat, any final words?
Peace from the A side, dog. Peace.
Okay, don't do that. I don't like that. At Mike Masters 801 on everything. And we're outside, baby.
Drive-by, lift and dash. I work my own hours. You can't talk the streets from me.
Yeah, Joseph wrote the Book of Mormon, but I'm the Smith with words. Let's go.
Jadakiss laughed back at your ass because I started the locks and got chic with the style. I'm talking I'm scaring him. His fans don't want me to kill the bull. They vegetarians.
That movie was shot in Philly.
Right.
And you next. You know he battled Eminem on 8 Mile, right? And when I was on the run, I went back and forth with a marshal too. Right?
Thinking I can't catch her. I'm on your line with sticks lit, like your ancestors. I can't put you on my Mount Rushmore, but I can give you a head start.
Cause whatever money you thought was yours, nigga, the Y is silent. Nigga, you.
But I guarantee the face shot change it all in a minute. And trust, I got the balls to do it. I won't talk you to death. I let the medics come and talk you through it. So
He'll realize his killer was sitting next to him. It's just this much easier misdirecting him when he don't got his misdirecting him.
I get faded more than Lil Boosie Barber. Make a call and pop a bitch ass nigga like Lil Boosie daughter. I'm all. I say